well and truly royally this up. So we've got the E30 up on the lift behind us, and today is a day I've been very excited about. I've wanted to do this, so I wanted to do this to a car for years, but just never really had the right car to do it to. And then I've been wanting to do it to this for like absolutely months, but it's just took me a while to get the right design and blah 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 and get it all printed and done. So first thing we're going to be doing today, well, out of a list of things, because last time we drifted at USC, it's probably one of the fastest times this has been skidded really at USC, I would say. I would say Brand's actually quite fast, but we've got a few little jobs to do, little ones. But the main thing is we've got a full livery for the E30. I'm absolutely buzzing. It's a custom livery from Blossom Automotive, and we've got tons of stickers put over the cars to say thank you to all the companies that have helped build this. And it's just a cool design, and as I said, I'm not a huge fan of the yellow. I like the yellow as like a base colour, but there's always going to be a plan to put a livery on it, and that is now going to come into effect. So let's get the livery out, and I don't know what the hell we're going to do. It's going to be so, I'm definitely not a rapper or a graphic designer or a sticker installer, but I wouldn't say I'm terrible, so let's give it a go. So getting a livery on a car can be a bit of a pain, can be an expensive job. I have quoted up custom liveries in the past, and it is expensive. Now I actually came across Blossom Automotive. I actually know them personally from, I used to actually borrow their trailer for the Mustang when I lived up north. And they actually, well, they've got an amazing brand, but one of their biggest things is doing livery packs. So they're basically like, they're in the middle. So you can actually get like livery templates and you can customize them. So it's not a full custom livery where someone has to make every single sticker. They actually have different kind of livery packs. This is called a Zoku style. So that is kind of pretty much what it's going to be like. But then you can actually customize it, all the colors, all the shadow. You can add things, remove them, add logos. And I've actually got a full livery in here as well. So that is kind of the base design, and that's actually the color that I want. So they actually print it in a box with the actual color. So we've got the yellow car, and then we've got chrome stripes, or whatever you want to call them, with chrome stars, and we've got like a dark blue shadow as well. So it's going to be a bit of a pain to install, and I'm really, all right guys there? Hey! And obviously we've got all of the business logos and stuff to go on, including like True Rally Instagram. So I'm very excited. And speaking of True Rally as well, we're actually holding a throwback rally. It's our 5-year anniversary as a company, and we're holding a throwback rally to celebrate being a company for 5 years. So that's at the end of September. It's one of the cheapest rallies we're ever going to do. If you've not heard about True Rally, we're a driving holiday for true car enthusiasts, real cool people with really cool cars, and just who like to get together and go on some road trips and enjoy a stress-free weekend away. So True Rally, go and have a look at that. But let's get out the delivery kit, and there's also instructions here, which I'm definitely going to be reading. Now there is a load of pieces and a load of stickers in this pack. So first of all, I'm just going to get everything out and just try to make some sense of where everything goes. I've actually got a load of time marks all over the car from when we did a burnout competition at a show. But first of all, we've got to clean all that off, and we've got to clean the rest of the car as well. I'm actually just using some rubbing alcohol just to get off all the bits of crap and grease, so the stickers will actually stick to it properly. Now, even with all the stickers actually laid out on the floor, it still made absolutely zero sense of where everything out. So I actually got a razor blade and I actually cut them all into their individual stickers. The only thing that kind of really helped was just line them up to the car and just kind of copying the actual picture on the box, but also on the website and the instructions as well. So I think it's going to be one of those things where I just don't really overthink it. I've got them set up of where I want. There is a little bit on the back if I'm not actually sure if I'm going to put it on, because this car's just a lot smaller than the S14 put on there, so I'm not sure if I'm going to put these on the rear arch or not. But I actually think I'm just going to start sending it. I don't think there's any good way to do this. I think just fucking give it a go and just fucking send it. So we're going to start this one here. I'm happy with this one goes. I'm making sure that it's similar to the picture, that there's big enough space in between them, and I've actually got enough room to put on the shadow as well. Do I actually put the shadow on first or second? Let me think about that. So in the box as well, you actually get a Blossom Automotive squidgy. So let's go. I'm going to send it. I ain't going to take my time. I have done a little bit of wrapping before, so I'm not an absolute dumb. But let's just go. So for the ones like this where there's quite a lot of bends, I'm going to peel the masking tape back half, lay that bit up to the masking tape, and then I'm going to lay it in half. So for some reason, I'm giving this a go, and I'm thinking this is going to work. It's chrome. I'll give you a little bit of a teaser. It's definitely not, because it's chrome and I have no idea what... Oh, I'm talking. What am I saying? Let me get my knife and let's go. So if there are any rappers watching, first of all, let me apologise. Second of all, you will know that wrapping chrome is 10 times harder than wrapping a colour. Because what I learn in a minute is that you cannot heat chrome, because when you heat chrome it loses its chrominess. So I thought this would be easy, I'll just heat it and tuck it in and it'll be easy and I'll tuck it in. It didn't go to plan, lads, I'm not going to lie. So, I'll f*** the first piece. I don't know why I went chrome. I know from friends who have wrapping companies that trying to wrap chrome is a nightmare, because once you heat it, it kind of loses that shininess. And that's what's happened. I've heated it here and it's just lost that shininess, and now I'm terrified about heating it any further, so it's annoying. But I'm going to carry on, and I've learned my lesson. And it's hard because this is the wide arch, so you can't tuck it in and carry on because you can't heat it that much. And also because it's lines like this, you can't really stretch the vinyl because the line will go warped. I'm hoping the rest of it's okay, because that's the only one really that I'm going over. I'm doing such a big jump. But I'm worried, but let's just crack on. And if I've got to get some more pieces from Blossom, then I've got to buy some more pieces from Blossom. I can't do it. I'm not even gonna try and attempt it. Why I got chrome, I've no idea. I mean, I didn't think about it at the time. I didn't think it'd be this hard. But I mean, it probably looks okay on camera. I mean, the flat bits are fine, but as soon as I get anything kind of like 3 bends, can't do it. Lines everywhere. And as soon as I heat it, literally you can see, because it's chrome, as soon as you heat it, you can just see where you've heated it. I'm literally just going to ruin all the vinyl. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to get someone to help me fit this, because I can't do it. I'm not a rapper. So I messaged Blossom. I said, you're going to have to print me off some different stickers, because I've well and truly royally this up. And they said, yeah, with them arches, that's going to be hard. He said if I can take the car out to them, they'll help me do it. Or I can maybe get a rapper friend to come and help me. So if there's any rappers that see this video, not Tiger, you know, rapper, like a car rapper, then please let me know on the messages if you can help, and if you can definitely do this, because I'm not messing up any more vinyl, because I'm going to have to pay for the place that I'm going to have to replace. Anyway, we've got to carry on, because we're drifting at Donington on Sunday at Tuna Fest. And there's a couple of issues with the car that we need to fix. Now there's one issue which I've had since I've driven the car, and I've been complaining about how it doesn't self-steer. We have got something which should hopefully fix that issue. Now these little puppies are from a company called MPM Performance. Now these are what we call adjustable lollipops. So on the E30s you have basically a rear trailing arm bush, and it's not adjustable. So this is why a lot of people have a lot of issues with these cars. Usually people want more caster, because when they put different arms on, there's not enough caster. In my opinion, in my situation, because I've got the lock kit on, there's way too much caster, so we need to pull some of the caster out of the car. We're running 13 degrees, and I spoke to a lot of the 30 guys, and they're saying, you know, this is an issue, but 13 is tons of caster, and that will drive horrendously. Now caster is a really hard thing to explain, but it's basically the angle between the bottom and the top mounting points of the suspension. It creates camber whilst turning, and it effectively changes the geometry of the car whilst driving. Now this is good to a degree, because it increases straight line stability, it increases self-centering, and it gives better steering feedback. But most road cars run 3 to 6 degrees, some race cars will run a little bit more. But I'm running 13 degrees of caster, and it's way too much of everything, and it feels horrible through the steering wheel. The car's self-center is way too fast, and it's almost impossible to drive, so we need to try to remove some. So what these lollipops will do is they actually have an adjustable rose joint, and that will allow us to either push the arm out or bring the arm back in. If we push the arm out, it's going to bring the wheel back in the arch and therefore reduce our caster. Now the first thing to actually install these ones is to remove the old ones. When I say old, we've literally just bought these, and getting these off can be an absolute nightmare. Last time I had to melt them off with a blowtorch. But since these are literally brand new, I'm going to try and twist them off with some WD-40 and some brute force. One thing that isn't actually helping my issue is that these are rubber, and they've already started to split, so I know for sure when I'm on full lock, these rubbers will be flexing, causing more geometry changes.
Easy off now, Lou.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now Gary is a man of many wisdoms, and he hates seeing me struggle, so he thought he could get them off, and fair play to him, he actually got them off without using a blowtorch.
Now when you've got something solid like this, you need everything to be the perfect size, and unfortunately, because I've got some aftermarket arms, the actual end of the rod was 2mm thicker than the rose joint. I'm drifting the next day and I had to just get this on, so I used a grinder and I had to just take that 2mm off by eye with a flapping disc. This whole car has been, if it works, it works, so why change it now?
Okay, so with a bit of grinding and hammering and persuasion, I've got them on, but it doesn't look like the wheel is actually that much further back. So what's happening there is, I'm pretty sure, well, I tested a minute ago, there's so much more thread on the rose joint to go way further out, but unfortunately the bolts that have been supplied in the kit aren't that long. So right now I'm only on literally about 4 threads, and if I push the rose joint any further out, it won't grab that bolt. So I think I need just a longer bolt. So I'm going to go and see if we've got a longer one of these bolts and I can actually push it out a lot further, because right now feels like the wheel, well, it looks like the wheel is just pretty much in the same place really. I need to get to the point where the wheel actually looks like it's too far back in the arch. All the other E30s that I've seen, you know, the wheels are back here and they've had to cut their arches even more just to get rid of that caster. And mine is looking central, it looks exactly the same, and I've not really got more adjustment. So I need a longer bolt to go through the into the rose joint. So I'm going to see if we've got one of those. So this is the old bolt which came with the kit, and I'm going to change it for this one. So it's going to give us quite a lot more length, so we can actually push the wheel a lot further back and really pull a lot of that caster out. So let's try this bolt with the washer which come with the kit, and let's see if that works. Okay, so I've got them in. Ideally I wanted a little bit more, well, just to go further back, to be fair. To be honest, I did want, I thought it would have made a much bigger difference, but it hasn't really. But what I've got to be careful of is not having too much thread hanging out of this, because then there's a chance of it snapping. I have spoke to them and they said they actually think something might be wrong with their arms. They're saying that they've never seen a car which needed this much adjustment backwards. They said usually people want to push the arms forward, because when they put upgraded arms on, the wheel sits too far back. So he's saying that they think there might be something wrong with the arms, there's too much caster in the arms. But they also did recommend to me, they said we wouldn't have more than half of the thread showing on there. So I've gone dead on half. There's 50mm thread and I've gone 25mm on each side. So that's as far as I can safely go really. Has it made that much of a difference from where the wheel sits in the arch? I don't think so. But the only way we're going to fully know is to get it up on the alignment and see if it's any better than 13 degrees. Even if it's like 11, 10, that's doable. You know, we're knocking a couple out. So I think it has made a difference, but we're only going to know that when we get it up on the alignment ramp. So for now, I'm going to go home and have some food, and tomorrow we'll see if we can get it aligned. Either way, it's good to have some solid mounts here, because them rubber ones are really bad for the E30s and really bad on all BMWs. Most people sat them off straight away, because what's probably happening as well is it's probably the rubber's moving backward and forth, and I'm getting geometry changes as I'm driving. So that's going to eliminate all of this now, which will be ideal.
Now unfortunately we didn't have any time to get it up on the alignment ramp, so we did what any real man would do in this situation: f it off and just go driving. So we're actually down at Donington Park with PH Drift, and we're actually doing the drift demos, meaning we end up taking out people who've just gone to the show who probably have never been in a drift car. So let's go and do some fun laps.
Hey, you good?
Yeah.
I'll take this off you. Thank you. Well, come take a seat.
Let's get a big smile on your face, shall we?
Yeah, there you go.
Now this is actually a really nice story. His dad messaged me on Instagram and said, "Oh Lee, we watch your channel. We'd love for you to take him out." So of course I said yes. We had to take him out.
Right, you ready?
After a few laps, I initially thought he didn't enjoy it, but then I got this message from his dad. Now, as you can see, we're actually going into 4th gear here, which was great because it was so damn fast and so damn grippy. But we learned why it's not best to keep through shifting through the gears like that.
So, all this absolutely slamming it between the gears, especially 4th. We've put an hole in the tunnel. That's not the end of the world, so I'll just, you know, stick a plate and weld it back together. But I obviously don't have a welder here, and what that's going to do is that's going to snap the other side, and then I might lose like all gears. So I'm not sure what to do here. I know that no one here has a welder because someone else asked for a welder earlier. So I know I don't have a welder, and I don't know what to do. I don't know, because I mean I could take it easy, but then it's obviously not as fun, is it? You see, flop it, and I'm worried it's probably, well, it probably will. It'll probably crack here then, and then it will be massively flopping around. So I don't know what to do. So I said to Yoga, I was like, we might not have an E30 anymore. And he looked and he was like, stay in 3rd the whole way around. And I was like, okay. So I'll probably have to do some like decent sized clutch kicks at the bottom to get around the cone, and then just not be as crazy on the straights. Just do some. Have they changed our players? They changed them. I think they've changed them. So we'll stay in 3rd and just be really smooth going into 3rd.
So he spent the rest of the day just staying in 3rd gear, and it was actually worked out all right actually, especially since our tyres started getting a little bit crap, and I didn't need the grip. But as you can see, the self-centering is so much nice. Look how smooth the wheel goes between the hands as well. Now that is what I was talking about. That is what was missing from the car. So those solid bushes have definitely helped. You can just see how smooth the car looks and feels. So huge thank you to PH Drift for letting us do the drift taxis again. I absolutely love doing this, but for now we're going to end the day with a nice burnout just to send these tires off and give some smoke. And until next time, well, now we're going to go and fix that buddy shifter, but until next time, I love you all, and we'll see you in the next one. Had good fun? Yeah.